me money, money, frack me. Frack me right across the line. Oh, frack me money, money, frack me. Frack me into the greatest land. One more verse. Frack me money, money, frack me. Frack me right across the land. Oh, frack me money, money, frack me. Frack me until I can hardly stand.
No fracking! No fracking! No fracking!
There's at least 1,500 people filtering into the letters. 1,500 people, community united.
I've been involved with this protest since the beginning. I went to the very first meeting because I'd been to see a documentary called Gasland, and I was absolutely horrified with what I saw. And I just felt very, very strongly about it and hope that in Australia the same thing wouldn't happen that was happening in America. And now I find out it's already happening up in Queensland, and it's going to happen down here too. So I had a friend say the other day, well, if it affects jobs, I don't believe we should stop it. And I said, well, do your children need drinking water? And they had to rethink what they had felt about coal seam gas mining, because it's going to affect our water, it's going to affect our land, it's going to affect our lives. That's why I'm involved in this.
Well, I came here today to be part of this community protest, and it's all about being against the coal gas seaming, and I think it's a really bad idea. We need to look after our environment, and it's been a really, really great turnout, and I'm really glad that I was part of it.
Okay, no, look, I've got 3 kids and I live in the area, and I really think water is one of the most important things. And I mean, this really is a big threat to the water supply here, and I think people have to wake up and see what big business is doing, and it's great that so many people are down here today.
I'm Jeremy Buckingham, I'm the New South Wales Greens MP and spokesperson on coal seam gas. I'm down here to support all these thousands of people forming this human sign. There's a lot of concern across New South Wales, across Australia about coal seam gas. I've introduced a moratorium bill into New South Wales State Parliament. I want to stop this industry in its tracks, and I'm going to represent the concerns of all these thousands of people in Parliament. Stop this industry before it pollutes our water and destroys our way of life.
We're here to say stop coal seam gas, so a local community group, Stop CSG Illawarra, has been meeting and organising, and we're calling for a moratorium on all coal seam gas projects, a royal commission into the full impacts of CSG mining, and a ban on fracking. I came today because, I mean, it's so local and it affects our water table, and it's so relevant to everyone, and we can't let it go on any further because we can't undo the pollution that it lets out, so we've got to stop it before it starts.
We're down here today to help prevent the coal seam gas mining process happening up here on the escarpment. From my understanding, they're causing a lot of damage to the underground water, which doesn't affect them, but it will affect other people. We may not even know how it affects other people yet, but we do know that they're adding chemicals to the process to break up the coal so that they can access it more readily, but they just walk away and leave their damage behind.
I knew absolutely nothing about fracking until about 4 days ago when I was looking on the internet, and I was really shocked with what I saw, because I always thought that we were protected, that the government had certain standards that we were protected. And when I saw this, the thing that's worried me the most is that if the government allows fracking, which is so damaging and it's such a high risk to the people, what else are they allowing? And are they protecting us at all?
So I've just come down today to see, well, I guess to gain a bit more knowledge about what it's all about. There's, I guess, the whole coal seam mining's, it seems pretty serious, but it also could be a bit sensationalised. So I guess I've come down here to see what the people think about it as well. And clearly there's need for a petition to go to the State Parliament, so it's good to get an additional name on that.
I was horrified to learn about the exploration that's taking place in the Sydney water catchment area and the fact that so little was made of it. And that, in conjunction with the change in the laws that the government made in 2009, meant that exploration and mining had more or less apparently free rein. So I think definitely there should be a moratorium, not only for what's going to happen, but for what has been given permission to in the past. The problems people don't know. Just because a mining company says everything is fine, there's no guarantee. I've had a witness of that at Camden the other day. So I would operate under the precautionary principle. Until you know what you're doing, don't do it.
Well, fracking involves the direct contamination of water, which is very serious. It's known to directly contaminate water with things like toxic chemicals. Incredibly concerning for us. And most of that water is just stored in huge evaporation ponds out in the open. Fracking also involves fracturing between different underground systems that shouldn't be fractured between. So we need to call for a ban on that technology.
Okay, I'm here today to protest the coal seam gas mining, and it's important that we all have fresh water.
Hi, my name's Kenny and I'm here to support my community, and I think this area is absolutely beautiful and I don't want them to do anything to change it, because it's just the most wonderful place to live and to bring up children. And yeah, I just want to support my community as much as I can, because it means a hell of a lot that this place stay like it is.
I'm here today because I've got small children and I've lived in the Illawarra for a long time, and I'm really concerned about what's going to happen to our water table and possibly the effects on the escarpment and slumping, and we already live with heavy industry really nearby, so we know that that's an important part of our how we make money and that sort of thing. We just want to be really sure that whatever's going into the water table is not going to have a long-term impact on our water quality, the quality of our lives. We just want to know more. This is just not good enough to say we're going to pump this stuff in and we don't know what it is, and we don't know what its long-term impact is. So I'm really concerned about it for myself and for my kids and for my grandkids.
Well, I'm here today because in the 1700s, the very famous author Jules Verne wrote a novel in which he decried coal as an antiquated and redundant power source. And so here we are in 2011, and I can't believe we're still going to extreme measures to extract the stuff from the ground. So I've come here to say no to that.
Well, I just think that the pollution risks of this type of mining method is far outweighs any kind of possible benefit you could gain from extracting that resource.
Okay, so I'm part of many hundreds of people here to say no to coal seam gas. We have a beautiful environment here. Most of the people here want it to stay as such. No to coal seam gas.
I mean, the evidence suggested in the American situation that we might not be able to drink our water in the future through the use of the chemicals, etc. So, yeah, that's not a very scientific view, but I'm a bit concerned.
I'm a bit worried about the way this country's going towards mining, and it's going to neglect the agricultural sector. And also, I just want to see my geodynamic shares really go down, because they are fracking too.
I'm just here because there's a lot about this form of mining that we don't know, and its impacts on water tables and groundwater tables, and this is the blatant case of the precautionary principle not being used. So I'm not supporting it.
My main opinion is that everything should be basically put on hold until there's been substantial investigations into the process, and then once that's done, then I guess if it's found that it's environmentally harmful, then to stop all CSC drilling at all in Australia.
I'm coming here today because at first when I heard about coal seam gas, I thought it was a good thing for local economies. In fact, my hometown casino had their gas wells all over the place, and I thought that looks great. And then when I learnt more about it, I realised this is going to be a disaster for Australia.
We came because our friend told us to come. We didn't know about it. Last week we didn't know about it.
If we've got too many people, we
were very surprised. We usually follow the news, but so then we got in shock when we heard about what's happening. And we still want some more information about who passed the... Was it in state? Was it the federal? How the whole this happened? Because this is pretty bad.
Yeah.
I know in France they did.
Yeah. When I say frame the sign, we're just going to walk along the top.
Give some permits.
Just have a line of people
and they
along
started.
The top.
And then about 3-4 months ago, they actually cancelled all permits in France on fracking.
Hi, my name's Kalani. I'm here because I want to grow up in a healthy environment.
I came with my mum and my brother, and I reckon it's a pretty good turnout because like heaps more people than came out than people registered.
Just saying, Mike,
so,
as 12 approaches, please let the letter marshals know just to get those kids inside of the letters, just so the lines are really straight.
I'm here because I want a healthy environment to grow up in, and I don't think it's good that they're putting the gas things.
But we're here to support the local community. We live here as well, and we don't want coal seam gas mining in our area.
Well, the government forgot to ask us whether or not we wanted this, and today is about coming out and telling our government what we think.
Oh, frack me, money, money, frack me. Frack me into the greatest time. One more time, just frack me, money, money, frack me. Frack me, right across the line. Oh, frack me, money, money, frack me. Frack me into the greatest time. One more verse. Frack me, money, money, frack me. Frack me right across the line. Oh, frack me, money, money, frack me. Frack me until I can hardly stand. Hydraulic fractures in my backbone.
To hear that they're going to mine it, it's just a shock, an absolute shock. Whether you're an environmentalist or not, it's disgusting. They just got to stop somewhere, and areas like this they've got to protect. And you know what, you could get very emotional about it. The turnout here today is just profound, and people mean it. And that's what gets you at the heart about the whole thing.
I was asking a miner actually, what is the chemical that they use to cause the fracking? And he couldn't even tell me. So, you know, and that's going to come out in our drinking water. That is disgusting. Water is our life force. Not everybody's going to be able to afford to buy water. To me, this is elimination of the human race because we're doing it to ourselves. It's just not on.
Yeah, I came here today because I think it's crucially important that there is a moratorium on coal seam gas extraction to be implemented immediately. There isn't enough information about this method of gas extraction, and there are a lot of potential environmental hazards associated with it, and I'm particularly concerned about the threat it poses to our water catchment area. We have this fantastic water catchment area just up here, and it's priceless, and it's totally unacceptable to me that the government should allow anything that could threaten the quality of the water in that catchment area. And so, yeah, it's totally unacceptable to me, and I think there should be a moratorium right now on coal seam gas extraction, and no way it should even be considered unless it's proven in a very public, independent forum to be perfectly safe.
Well, as soon as I found out about it, which was last week, I was horrified. I knew, and I've found out more since then, and I'm absolutely disgusted that this went ahead without us even knowing about it. So that's why I'm here. It's got to stop.
People should have a say in whether it's a major industrial process that's going to affect the environment. The rest of the community should have a say, not just the those that are going to make the money out of it.
We're concerned about the water catchment area and the future for our children.
I'm all for mining as long as it's done in a responsible and safe manner, but when companies who are motivated by greed put profits and the environment before profits, well, no, I disagree with it. I'm sorry, we've got a beautiful shoreline here and I would hate to see it destroyed by greed.
What a fantastic day of people actually getting out, having fun and actually making a difference at the same time.
Frack me, money, money, frack me, come on. Frack me, right across the line. Oh, frack me, money, money, frack me. Frack me into the greatest time. One more time, just frack me, money, money, frack me. Frack me right across the line. Oh, frack me, money, money, frack me. Frack me into the greatest time. One more verse. Frack me, money, money, frack me. Frack me right